joining me now live on the Rich Eisen Show. Why did Mike Pettin make that decision, Jay? It's
What's going on, buddy?
How you doing, brother?
Living the dream, brother. Heading into Fox right now. Go do my little fantasy football show here with all those knuckleheads.
That's not scoopage. That's promotage right there. That's promotage.
You like that? Promoted scoopage. Why did Mike Pettin make that decision?
Yes.
Well, first of all, there was a bunch of guys in that locker room who have never sniffed a winning season. And, they're there because of Hoyer. He's a big reason, right? And when the coaches and Mike Pettin they asked a bunch of the team leaders, it was widespread, the support for Hoyer in there. Here's what people have to understand. People only, they know of Johnny football, what they saw in college, and they think, oh my gosh, it's going to be the same thing. No. Ask Tim, I'm going to say it. Ask Tim Tebow. Completely different level here. And they see this guy and both those guys every day. We don't. And people are going, oh, my gosh, how do you make this decision? And they see these guys practice. They see their work ethic completely different. And playing quarterback in the NFL, man, is not just about being athletic. There's so much more that goes into it. And, the other part of it is that they've wanted to get Johnny involved all season long, especially down the stretch here. That was always the plan, to get him on the field. The problem was, and we kind of threw a little wrench in their plans, is they got so beat up here in the middle of the season, they had to start cutting back on practices. Well, if you start cutting back on practice, all of a sudden your twos aren't getting those reps. And if your twos aren't getting those reps, then your backup quarterback, he has a hard time growing. And quite frankly, it's not like you have Aaron Rodgers, a quarterback there. You go, oh, you know what, he can take a bunch of time off here. No, Hoyer needs to work. Your ones need to work with that quarterback. So they're kind of stuck in the line there. But this is something that, this is not just Mike Pettin's decision. He talked to the coaches. He talked to the players in there. And while they understand, the wow factor, because they tell me in there, say, man, Johnny does some stuff in practice that makes you go, oh, my goodness, wow, running the scout team on you. But at the same time, he doesn't know what he's doing half the time also. I mean, he's a young quarterback who needs the reps. And, I think they'd rather say, we're going to go with, the more efficient guy, even though he's struggled lately, Hoyer. At least they know what they're working with. And there's nothing to say that both those guys can't get reps during the game. I'm sure they're going to. Just at least if anything else, just to drive other defensive coordinators nuts, that you got to say, we got to get prepared for another package too.
So it's more than just X's and O's, Jay. It's more than just looking at the film of what happened in Buffalo. Pettin went to the leaders on the team and heard Hoyer more than anybody.
Yeah, and again, the players in there was widespread support in there for Hoyer, and a lot of guys saying, no, one understands how to be a pro. One doesn't yet. And while, yes, he is athletic, for all those people who are, again, calling we got to have Johnny football in there, they don't see them day to day, right? The us on the outside don't see these guys day to day. Do you really think that if Johnny football was ready to be this, that they wouldn't make that move? Of course they would.
So Jay Glazer of Fox Sports Radio, joining me here, and I know it's a week-to-week conversation that we have, and it's the name Jim Harbaugh keeps cropping up. But you only have your own scoopage to blame when you said prior to at the beginning of the year that he was gone no matter what happened with him and the San Francisco 49ers. This was Jim Harbaugh yesterday when asked specifically post Brady Hoke firing about the Michigan job.
I think about only my job. Went through a lot of those types of questions on Monday and concentrating on what affects our football.
So, Jay, walk me through the time frame here, because obviously Michigan's got an open job and Jim's got at least 4 games to go in San Francisco. What do you think his options are going to be come the end of this season?
I think he's going to have plenty of options, but again, what I reported on Fox this weekend is that they're going to at least try to trade Jim Harbaugh, and why would they not? If you know a guy's gone, you're not going to bring him back because, whether it's his own difficulties with the people in there or the offense or whatever it is, time to move on, or his own contract demands, you might as well try and get something for him. And that was my point. I'm not saying they can trade him, but they're going to try to trade him, and it makes all the sense in the world to try to trade him. Get something. Even if you get a 7, it's something that you wouldn't have had, right? So you might as well. And that obviously would college would be completely different from that. The only one who can answer the question if Jim Harbaugh wants to go back there and go to college is Jim and his wife. I don't know the answer to that question. Nor is anybody else but them. And that's what people have to understand. It's like, people want to know where he's going to go. Well, she's going to play a big part of it too, I'm assuming. So I don't know. I don't know how much they do want to go, don't want to go. I'm sure you'd love it. But, right now I can only deal with the pros. I don't know the college, landscape when it comes to coaches out there. I have no idea. But, yeah, as far as Jim, why would they not try to get something for him? I'm not saying they're going to be able to pull it off, but at least try it.
Hey, Jay, thanks for calling. I appreciate it. Have a good time on that. You want to go promotage? What else you
sure,
promote?
Man,
What do you want to promote?
Uncensored on Fox Sports 1 with me and David Spade and Nick Swartzen and Chuck Liddell and your guy Jerry Ferrara. And
Ferrara.
I mean, there's about 8 people on the show with about 42 personalities.
Attaboy, Glaze. You take care of yourself.
Good luck.
Thanks for calling in as
See you
always.
guys.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.